sometimes Symmetra puts her turrets in the lobby. This is not this is not a hotel you want to be in. And here we go. It looks like it's going to be Norway on the attack coming out in the red. Of course, that means Romania defending in the blue, and Vision on that Tracer as always. Pretty standard comps from both teams here, and it's like you were saying, Monty. I mean, we're not expecting Norway to try to get as tricky, as creative as they tried to get against China yesterday.
Oh, that's a big pick there for ML7, opening things up right away, and that's going to be the disengage or the attempt from Norway just to get all the way back. Traub will fall on the backside.
Might have to upgrade that guy to ML8 at this point. That's some pretty sick Zenyatta play.
The Mark 8 ML.
Not bad. I'll take it.
Well, it's very difficult after that first pick comes down to actually complete that attack right there. I'm actually playing on the low ground right now, so not trying to control the top of the cafe.
During all that, IPN gaining a lot of ultimate charge already. Ooh, but then taken out by Meza and Romania with a pretty strong defense early on.
Well, they played that intelligently. They waited for them to actually commit to the point, and Meza they didn't expect to wrap around the backside in conjunction with Kukabao. So Romania holding firm here on Hollywood so far.
Ooh, that's so rough actually that they lost in Vision late like that. Gonna slow things down even more. He does have his pulse bomb. IPN getting pretty close now to his Transcendence, but ML7 pulled ahead of him in ult charge on the Zenyatta in that last fight. So Norway struggling a little bit coming in here on Hollywood.
Yeah, they're going to change their attack. Now that they know that Romania is trying to play all the way around for a long flank, they're just going to come around the side here and attack from the back of the point. So that's going to deny Romania's ability to make the same play they just did. And here we go, Envision.
Envision, no! The self-bomb took himself out with the ultimate.
I mean,
all right.
He literally just dashed directly into that one.
It was all part of the plan because Decod gets the kill on MK. Onigod pops attack by Zer. Oh, he gets taken out. Thought maybe Norway could pull this one out. Decod did kill ML7 as well. Self-destruct used, though, on the Romanian side, rank dropping that one. And Norway has to fall back just a little bit. They really want to try to force this one here. And MK, a lot of that damage from the attack visor getting blocked, actually. Norway may actually be pulling ahead.
Well, they were, Doa, and the nice thing about that pulse bomb, even if it also took out Envision right there, was that it did force the Transcendence from Romania.
Yeah.
And that, not a great place to be using it on the staircase right there. So meantime,
it was early,
we did see the cleanup coming in from Decod. So Romania unable to hold on, despite, Norway having a pretty significant handicap to start that fight.
That's the thing is you just trick them, right? You just lull them into a false sense of security by having your Tracer go in and blow herself up. And then you're like, ha! 5v6! Surprise point they take from Norway, and they're going to get that payload rolling. Romania did have enough time to hopefully get set up on the high ground. It looks like they did. See if Ico can displace them here, but at least Romania has that. They did get a little bit of time to set up the defense.
Yeah, they did. MK getting very low right away. Kukabao trying to chase out. Onigod does succeed with Meza.
Yep.
Both soldiers down. Yeah, and it looks like Romania's going to keep on putting on the offensive. Transcendence forced out.
Wow, okay, Romania really wanting to push that payload, using the Transcendence to try to win this fight early. They do get ML7, nice pick by Envision. Another support going down on the Romania side pretty soon here. Most likely, yep, there we go. Sema finally taken out. Norway should get a good amount of distance out of this push with the payload.
That's one of those moments as MK picks up the kill, Vision going a bit too deep, that you may actually not want to pick up that big health pack if you're Zema, because it really only delayed your spawn and made sure that they are going to have a longer opportunity to push this payload.
Well, I mean, the hope, obviously. You're Lucio. You always think you can get away. I understand that, but definitely didn't benefit him there. Now rank getting a little bit low. Transcendence forced out by Romania to keep that Diva alive. Meanwhile, Norway keeps fighting forward here. Envision not finding any kills with his pulse bomb on the side of that fight. IPN, how many times have we seen IPN kill the Tracer in these matches this week? The answer is quite a few times.
Many times. Yeah. He's been very good at predicting Tracer movements, getting that peek, but Envision actually getting knocked down by the self-destruct. So now Meza have an opportunity to retreat here to the large health pack. He's just waiting for it and waiting for the healing orb from the Zenyatta. So Romania zoning them out, had a later pop on the Primal Rage as well as that self-destruct. So that'll clear Norway off the payload for the time being.
Yep. Having to reset the attack here. Kukabao has that pulse bomb ready to go, just harassing a little bit as Norway advances. And IPN's going to have that Transcendence now, so they've got a few ultimates to use, both support ults. They've got that attack visor as well. Can make a big difference, of course. Romania not looking too bad on the ultimate side.
Yeah, I like that they're taking a while to set up onto the high ground right here.
Yeah.
Make sure that you get the attack that you want. Onigod on the far side, overlooking the cart right now, trying to look for that opportunity.
Okay, wow, sound barrier. A little bit early. Onigod using that tac visor. We'll see if he can get through it. A lot of damage being blocked, of course, by Rank on the other side. Onigod diving in. There's a Transcendence for Norway just to keep him alive. Rank popped out of the Diva suit. That's one down. It looks like Norway's rolling ahead with this one. Transcendence coming in a little bit late. ML7 not able to build up to that quite in time to make it work in this fight, and Norway should be able to take point B.
Yeah, decisive, and that was a good use of the ultimate from Onigod. Realized that the Diva was not in position to block, and they had the Orb of Discord on the Winston without the Primal Rage up, so Meza really didn't have a choice right there. Couldn't stop the damage, and that first pick then snowballs into...
that is painful.
It's a nice Helix rocket.
Indeed.
And Norway going to keep on moving here through the studio phase, final point of Hollywood.
Yeah, Rank pretty close to that ultimate. Take that, railing. Someday we'll get a no railings mode in competitive Overwatch.
That would be great.
Blizzard, please.
Remove all railings from competitive matches. They all just get destroyed. It's always a railing massacre.
Railings, the hidden enemy of Overwatch. Forget talent. It's all about the railings and the shots they block. Romania coming in with the defense. Norway drops that self-destruct. Aiko back in the mech once again. And self-destruct coming in on the Romania side now to force Norway back a little bit, ideally. Emka does get the kill on DCOD, though, so without that front line, Norway does have to pull back a little bit.
Yeah, still getting some decent ult charge onto Envision, though, poking away, waiting for the respawns to come right outside of the studio. So Romania holds them off right now, but that was a pretty big use of ultimates just to hold them right around the corner here. So Norway going to come back with a massive push in store.
Yeah. You know, Envision's been a bit hit and miss this week. I think generally his Tracer play is pretty good, but we've seen a lot of really optimistic ultimates just kind of lobbed in there, and he does get too far forward on a pretty regular basis. IPN going down early here. Not a great start for Norway, and here comes the Transcendence. It's going to be another ultimate from Onigod to try to force back, but with the support ult from Romania's Zen, not going to be able to make too much progress. DCOD does get the revenge kill onto Zen, but they're going to need more than that. Yeah. All right, DCOD actually doing a lot of work with this Primal Rage.
I mean, he was trapping people into the corner there and knocking them around. Transcendence is going to be late from Norway. They may regret not having that for this final push on the cart, because some members of Romania will be able to get back into it in time, looks like.
Yeah, for sure. Well, they're going to try to chase away the respawns now. Emka very, very low. Ooh, that's close, man. He's got that tac visor, too. This could be good. Oh, and he finds himself behind Onigod. Great pincer maneuver with Rank to take him down, and Norway in a little trouble with only a couple seconds remaining. Can they clean it up short-handed? Kukabao on the back, gets a recall, gets a health back. IPN very low. Oh, but he gets the kill
IPN,
in the 1v1.
Huge.
IPN Zenyatta has been so good this week, but is it enough right now? It may not be, as Meza pops a Primal Rage, pushing Norway back, and there's an OT bar ticking away. So Norway nearly getting those 3 points, but they can't quite make it.
And that's where you really wanted the Transcendence. That was fired off late. Had they had that on the cart, could have kept people alive, wouldn't have had to deal with Emka's tac visor by getting in his face, could have mostly absorbed that damage.
Right.
And that would have been something that could maybe have pushed Norway all the way to that third point. But regardless, they did get very close, and it is going to be a long attack round necessary for Romania.
I mean, very true. I mean, yeah, Norway didn't get 3 points, but they almost may as well have, because Romania basically has to push it that way. I mean, looking at it right now, the payload stopped halfway into the final mark, so it's basically there. Norway with a lot of room to defend this one, but Romania, I gotta say, coming out pretty strong, especially with some of that point A defense we saw.
Yeah, definitely. The pickoffs were absolutely huge in delaying Norway's attack and made a very large difference. I also liked how Romania was changing up their soldier defense, so running it on the low ground and trying more flanking maneuvers as opposed to what we typically see with soldier, which is standing up towards the top of Cafe and trying to get that high ground vantage point over the actual attack point. So they were being tricky. Norway was baited into that a couple of times, but
true enough. No walking allowed at all in Hollywood in the future, apparently.
I'm pretty sure that's true of Los Angeles at large. You can only drive places.
Actually, it's the opposite. Walking is much easier than driving anywhere in LA. You can't drive anywhere. Looking at your screen again, that's what we're talking about. You know, Romania basically needs to get 3 points to win this one. Office. This broadcast brought to you by Office.
Well, at least it's clear, right? Right across from the cafe.
I guess
the
so.
Office.
Yeah, all right. Good labeling. Good labeling in Goldshire Studios. Here we go, Romania kicking off their attack round 7. Just going to check things out with that Sonic Arrow first of all, of course. Make sure there's no crazy early aggressive defense from Norway, but nope, things looking pretty standard here. Yeah,
Rank also going to stick on the Diva like he was in the last round, despite having the Genji always available to him, so no triple DPS. Norway is going to be playing over with the Ana on IPN.
Yeah, not quite as standard as I thought initially, and for IPN rather than the Zenyatta, despite him being so good on that.
Well, if you are playing Cafe, the Ana is actually more useful because you can biotic grenade everybody in the top of Cafe if they try and dive you, so you get both the anti-healing and the healing at the same time.
It's good protection for Onigod up there on the Soldier,
yes,
no doubt.
It's super good. So I understand why you would run that if you're trying to counteract a dive here on Hollywood.
Sure. Well, Norway trying to defend the point here. Kukabao does go down. And Romania, though, slowly rolling forward here. They've got that low ground, and they are gaining some control percent on point A here.
Yeah, unfortunately, because Norway did lose their Soldier 76 right away, that left them in a position where they didn't have control over the point, and it's very hard to re-enter.
Well, if you lose that Soldier, there's just not a lot of damage left. Transcendence for Romania now as they try to finish this one up. Emka comes in with the attack visor. No kills quite yet, but he's getting pretty close. He did enough damage anyway that Norway did come out ahead in that fight. Onigod is back now, but he's fighting from the outside looking in. Envision really needs to stay alive here. Trop trying to help him out before he goes down. And Meza with the cleanup here. Norway, I don't think they're going to be able to hold this one too much longer. No, that's a really fast point A take by Romania.
It was. They played it well, targeting the Soldier right off the bat, because everything about Norway's composition requires the Soldier to be effective, because otherwise you have to drop down on the low ground, and you have this Ana who's not going to be able to offer the Transcendence to cover the point like a Zenyatta would. So you were really banking on the fact that you were going to nano boost this Soldier during the attack visor and make sure that there would be a withering barrage of fire from the high ground if they tried to go on it. Soldier dies first, you'll trade that for your Tracer anytime.
Yeah, wow, Emka catches Traub with a sick Helix rocket as Norway has a little bit of trouble on their defense. They're coming in now, but Romania still the ones coming out ahead. Yet another Pulse Bomb without a lot of results for Envision, unfortunately. And he will actually, ooh, he wins the duel. Kukabao melee to death there, but Romania still on the payload. Maybe Onigod can get something done now. He has switched over to the Diva. No, he hasn't actually. He's on the Soldier. I don't know what I'm talking about. We're switching heroes a lot here. Sound barrier for Norway as they try to get that defensive stability.
Yeah, looks like they are going to eventually push this one out with the help of the self-destruct directly on top of the cart. And they're going to just start putting down the suppressing fire through these doorways. Norway at least getting some purchase right now after a very fast point A capture for Romania.
Romania pretty close to a good amount of ultimates though, so with a bit of patience, maybe 1 or 2 eco pushes to try to build that ult charge a little bit, they should be able to get the payload moving again.
Now, this is a long point, and they don't have the most time in the world, so have to be pretty judicious about how many of those points they go for right now. Not finding any picks, though. Envision continuously wrapping around the side, trying to deal with Kukabao here.
Yeah, Meza actually popping the Primal Rage. Wow, I'm a little bit surprised about that. Thought they'd maybe wait a little bit longer. Romania, though, winning this fight regardless. They did use the Transcendence to try to shore up the health pools. Onigod chased down as he tries to come to the low ground. And Romania, they should be able to get the payload moving here.
That was, but it was not a good Transcendence from ML7. That a little bit late, considering that, again, the initial picks had already started, and they didn't really need any help on the cart. Norway did commit Decod's Primal Rage to that, but that's not necessarily an ultimate you're too worried about people getting killed in, at least not by themselves against the Winston.
That was one of those situations, too, where ML7 was really close to his ultimate. You just get in that mindset of like, all right, we're going to need it in this fight, so I just have to pop it as soon as I get it. And you just kind of do it without looking at the status of things.
Yeah, but the reality is now Norway has a nano boost and a tactical visor, and you don't have any support ultimates, so...
That's a problem. Here we go, Norway coming in with the nano boost on Onigod. Ulting away, 2 kills already. Emka pops Aiko out of the mech, but Onigod, the one coming up big before he finally does go down. A lot of kills on both sides. But that payload stalled out for the moment anyway.
I mean, there's really no hope of Romania actually winning that fight. So Norway manages to stabilize, and that's one of those moments where you sort of wish you had that Transcendence back. But they are going to get it up again pretty soon here. But MK did also commit the attack visor, so bit of a problem there. Norway handily winning that, and they've got some great delay ultimates coming up. Sound barrier and the self-destruct now available to them with only a minute and a half left for Romania.
This is really where you want to hold to. You want that team to start point C with the least amount of time possible, and they've got the payload in the perfect spot to just kind of be able to come in on multiple sides when Romania tries to move forward. Vision has to be a little bit careful here on the flank, but still in pretty good shape.
Now, if you can get a pick right here, that's going to send it into one-fight territory.
Yeah, sound barriers on both sides. As Romania goes in, ML7 with the Transcendence right after it. Norway charging forward. IPN does go down early. Good start for Romania. There's a pulse bomb. They couldn't quite get the kill on Decod. He used that primal rage and immediately goes on the warpath. Norway coming back strong, although they do lose Onigod from Kukubao's pulse bomb. That payload moving just a little bit here, but Norway seems like they have enough people to support.
Yeah, Romania needs to back off right now if they want to have another push. Yeah. The problem is they're going to stagger this D.Va respawn if they can at all. And no, Rank actually dies very quickly right there. I think they had a time to maybe push that a little bit further and stifle Romania's possibility of a final push.
With Meza still being a threat, it's hard to turn near all
he was the only one there. I think they were fine in holding that off for a little bit more. But
either way, Romania with barely any time left to try to get this payload to point C, and now you have to make it all the way around that corner. Norway in a great spot, especially with the ultimates they have available.
Yeah, I mean, they have another nano boost attack visor, and there are no support ults in. But they do get Envision. That is huge.
That's a big pick coming in early on. There's attack visor yet again. A lot of that absorbed by Rank. Onigod charging forward anyway. He's got Romania on the defensive here. They do kill MK, so no soldier on the Romania side of things. Despite what Soldier would tell you, he thinks everybody's a soldier. Norway still fighting back. Romania with another sound barrier that may be enough to turn it, but no, Decod comes in with a kill on the Meza. Kukubao just trying to find the kill on Onigod. He does, and now MK coming back in with his own tac visor, and Norway is in some serious trouble.
Yeah, they are, but the Decod's holding them into it for just a little bit longer. Romania shockingly able to persevere and push their way through that.
Yeah, I mean, Vision needs a big pulse bomb here. Needs a really big pulse bomb. Not having to use it quite yet. That early kill on ML7 may let him sustain a bit. Kukubao, nice recall, gets a lot of help back there. Pulse bomb comes in, no kills from that one. Aiko does get the kill onto the Tracer finally, and we're into overtime. We've been there for a little while now, and Norway gets the kills they need. It was a bit dicey at the end, but Norway will take Hollywood.
Aiko got the crucial Lucio kill with the self-destruct towards the end. That should have been much easier for Norway, though. Envision dying at the start of that fight really complicated things for them, as well as Onigod's positioning, because he was between the hotel and the jail, and that made it very easy for the D.Va just to right-click with the defensive matrix and take away the entire nano-boosted tactical visor. So not in a great position to actually make the most out of that ultimate. So those two factors made it quite challenging for Norway to finish that one out.
True enough. You know, that said, Onigod still performing very well in the Soldier. We're seeing one of those plays right now. And although the positioning wasn't the best for some of those, whatever, they're not a flute. A flute is an instrument. You're wrong there. Ha! Well, here we go. As, okay, now we're in the game. Romania in the red. That was a bit interesting. Norway in the blue this time around. People fighting over the point. We are on Lighthouse, first of all, here on Ilios. And remember, this is a best-of-3 control map. So 2 rounds and you win it. Kubao looking for that early ult charge as he fires away at the bigger targets. D.Va, Winston works out. Norway does claim the point early, able to just sort of zone Romania out more than anything.
Yeah, that's interesting. Decod got on that point really quickly, and Romania, I guess, didn't feel like contesting it. Nobody actually died over the course of this skirmish, but Romania not interested in getting onto the point itself.
It was a bit odd, wasn't it? Romania coming in now. They did get the kill on Decod this time. Kukubao has that already. He just kind of tosses it out there. No kills. Meanwhile, MK does find Envision. Kukubao did actually pick Aiko out of that mech, so there was some benefit from that pulse bomb, and Romania looks like they should be able to flip this here.
I mean, Onigod got a really early tac visor, but the fight was already basically lost. Yes, he grabbed a little bit more time, and he did de-suit the D.Va, but Only 29%, and now Norway's going to have to come back here with a pretty big ult deficit. MK already posted up above with the tactical visor at the ready.
Yep. IPN, once again, looking for those right clicks. He has been so good at catching people from across the map or around a corner with that. It's been looking good. Looks like Norway's going in now. Sound barrier used. Zema responds with the sound barrier for Romania. Looking for that pick on Envision. They don't quite get the boop on him with the Lucio. Still looking for that now.
MK, though, during the tac visor, that is...
Could be big.
That is definitely big there.
Yeah, Transcendence for Romania to try to keep the Romanian members alive. Zema just trying to heal as much as he can here on the point. But Norway still charging in. There's another ultimate from Soldier. MK trying to turn things around here. But that said, ooh, Pulse Bomb. A lot of damage to Aiko, but doesn't pop out the mech just yet. Rank Nomoja actually getting 2 with that self-destruct before he falls.
That doesn't really matter, though, in the end. Norway does flip the point. So that was an interesting play there from Traub. Looked like he was actually going to get away if he had just stuck to the speed the entire time. I think he misjudged the sight line on that and the timing on the self-destruct, but regardless, he will be back at the point now.
Oh, Kukubao goes down early. Yet another Tracer kill for IPN Zenyatta. Been seeing it all week long, and it never gets old. So Romania having to back off, having to play it a little bit more safe after that pick.
Yeah, that's great for them. You play those angles properly as the Zenyatta, and it's basically 10% free on the point.
Yep.
How much you're going to delay the enemy team before they can even come in and deal with you. Deacon actually going to pop that immediately.
Yeah, Primal Rage just trying to get in there and separate the team, and I think he got Tracer there. He did. No, he got ML7 actually with the knockoff. Envision sells the Pulse Bomb. They do get the kill on MK, but man, Decod just rocking Romania's world. Oh, and Traub with the double boop. Oh yeah, play of the game right there.
Wow, that
Norway holds.
That is going to be huge. And yes, he did actually get the Tracer as well, though, but Kukubao recalled. However, that meant that he didn't have rewind for when he went into the point. So easy pickings there. Even though you don't get the kill, if you get that long cooldown off the rewind, it can still be worth it. Great play by Decod.
Here we go, Transcendence for Romania. Last ditch effort is Norway up to about 99% now. Sema back at the point, desperately trying to build up that sound barrier. Norway pops their own Transcendence. Traub with the sound barrier. A little bit layered there, but maybe they can make it work. MK taken out during the tac visor. Traub, meanwhile, having to back away. Norway getting those kills early on. There's the self-destruct for Romania. Can't imagine that's going to get them a whole lot. And Decod once again finding the kills with that Primal Rage. And this is just one of the best points for Winston, right? I mean, so many options to knock people off. And Norway takes a pretty convincing point A here on Ilios.
Yeah, Decod's engagements really helped them to win the fight, though. Decod and Traub teaming up for some impressive environmental eliminations. Can't wait to see that play coming through right afterwards.
It'll be a fun one.
Should be fun, and we are going to be on Ruins for our next point, so I'm hoping we get to see some Widow on this one. A lot of teams do like to run it.
I mean, we saw Onigod pull out the Widowmaker yesterday, and it maybe wasn't the greatest Widow we've seen in professional Overwatch, but yeah, we'll see what happens today.
I think that was, you know, Norway, they've pulled out a lot of compositions. Out of all the teams that we've seen in the Shanghai stage, they have shown us the most diversity, but they haven't shown us the most mastery with that diversity.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been, they like to pull out, they like to experiment, but it's not always successful.
He's doing it. He's doing it. It's the Onigod Widowmaker. All right, it's time for redemption. See if he can do a little bit better than that Widowmaker on Lunar Colony yesterday for Team Norway.
Well, Romania,
I believe.
I mean, this is their desperate hour, right? And in the desperate hour, they're switching over to the Genji for rank.
Yep.
And the Diva will pass over to MK instead. So got to deal with Onigod up here on the far side of the point, taking a look, trying to find some of these shots right now. Rank actually going to take out Envision right off the bat, however.
Kukubao. Onigod does find the kill on Nemeza in the end, but the rest of his team has fallen enough that Norway shouldn't really be able to contest this point for too much longer.
Got to be careful.
One wonders. There's a shot. Reflect on the Onigod. Nice left click to finish it. And Romania looks like they're going to claim this point early.
Well, this is the desperation moment, right? They have to win the next 2 points or they are going to be eliminated from this year's Overwatch World Cup. Couldn't have come at a better time. The swaps do make sense, considering you can, of course, reflect those Widow shots. Onigod, as a result, will be switching back to the Soldier 76. He thought he was going to be dealing with the Tracer Soldier again.
Yep, not this time. Meanwhile, Rank still on that Genji, of course. We've seen him play quite a bit of it this week. And Norway looking from the outside in, trying to take this point right now. Vision comes up. Kukubao tried for a kill on that pulse bomb, didn't get it, but he did get the kill onto Decod with just a left click towards the end. And here comes the Dragon Blade for Rank. And he may not even really need it. Man, that is a resounding fight win for Romania.
Yeah, it is. Zoning them out, though, however, and that allowed the rest of his team to clean up behind him as he did some of the initial damage.
Yep.
So Norway going to back off right now. Aiko will be playing the Genji. And all of a sudden, this will be the first time we've seen in this particular match Norway move to a triple DPS look.
What is it about Genji players playing Diva and vice versa?
I think it's because they do function a lot of the same way in terms of backline dive, depending on who you're using it, and damage denial. So
it's got a good amount of mobility with both. Vision looking for that pulse bomb. Ooh, did he get the stick? He did. Meza does go down. Good start for Norway. They've got the sound barrier to try to win this fight handily. Romania responding with the Transcendence. And there's Decod with the Primal Rage now, trying to knock people out of this one. Kukubao looking for a bit more. Decod very, very low. Transcendence from IPN to keep him up. Oh, there's the stick. And unfortunately for Norway, IPN ran right back into his team, though. Decod responding with a kill onto Emka, but I don't know if it's going to be enough here. It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where you think you're safe in Transcendence, which does healing over time, but if you get hit by a burst like from a pulse bomb, it doesn't do anything at all.
I mean, and we saw him back right up into his team, too. That's just one of those unfortunate situations where you just don't know they're there, and that's rough. Traub goes down, and Romania, they're going to take Ruins. Check it out.
So keeping their tournament hopes alive for the time being.
So they need to win the next one, too.
They get it. So everything on the line here still for Romania. They cannot drop this point. They cannot drop another map.
Right.
And Norway has the opportunity to take second place in this group here on Ilios on Well right now.
Remember, this was Romania's map choice. They wanted to take this to Ilios, and it's not a map we've seen a whole lot, really in the competitive scene lately. So something that maybe Norway wasn't expecting, something that they maybe haven't had quite as much practice on lately, despite it being, one of the older maps.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, here's Well.
Well, all's well that ends well, and it does end at this well.
It will end with Well.
It ends for one of these teams, potentially here. Romania with a chance to stay alive in the tournament if they can take this round. Norway with a chance to lock things up if they can win it. Lock up their chance to fight for a spot at BlizzCon.
And Romania sticking with the Genji. Figuring out how it worked last time. More confident with Rank on this hero and Emka on the Diva.
I'd say so. Point unlocking in just a couple seconds here. A lot of poking going around the outsides, but now's the time to jump in. Norway there immediately. Getting a little bit of percent.
They really have to contest this point. They're just going to dive right in, but Onigod.
Onigod gets that kill. Onigod going crazy now. Finds the kill on the Rank as well. At Genji out of the way, and Norway in prime position to take this point early. Zema taking out. Resounding team fight win for Norway. Yeah, you got to do the reset at that point. You don't want to get trapped.
Don't want to get trapped, don't want to feed them more ult charge, considering how much Oni got right there. And they were in a tough situation.
Onigod went too far forward, got picked by Rank Momoja. That could be a problem.
Yeah, it could be a huge turnaround right here as they have to wait for the respawn. And Romania has a very good team at diving in, and they're just going to go all in right now.
Oh, yeah, they got it. I mean, when you have that man advantage like that, golden opportunity. Meza does go down, though, but the kills on Romania's side for the moment. Kukubao throws out that self-destruct, or not the self-destruct, the pulse bomb. Onigod back in the fight just in time to take down the Tracer. And Norway, can they hold on? No, not quite. Romania does flip the point. Man, when Onigod went far forward after that initial team fight win, I was like, that's kind of risky, and sure enough.
Yeah, it was risky, and a late tactical visor from Onigod too, not really helping.
Yeah.
It sort of was foiled by the Transcendence, but Decod.
Man, this guy has been one of the most successful Winstons we've seen this week, I would say. A couple kills coming in early on. Norway with the numbers advantage, trying to flip this point back again, and with Aiko getting the charge kill onto Rank, that may be enough. There we go. Norway should be able to flip it now.
Yeah, they are. And
Onigod, don't go too far forward again.
Yeah, Decod has definitely been the hero here versus Romania for Norway. Lots of clutch kills, lots of clutch engages, particularly on this map of Ilios.
Yeah. They did lose Decod at the very end of that fight, too, so he's going to have to scramble to get back to defend this. Romania maybe with a chance to just dive in and take it again.
Rank's going to have a nice opportunity here, playing around the sound barrier.
There's the self-destruct, sound barrier for Norway. MK does go down, can't get back in his mech in time. Onigod falls, kills on both sides. Rank with the reflect, looking for a chance to pull out that Dragon Blade. Romania on the point right now. They're starting to flip it, and Norway's lost too many. Aiko back on the point. He's going to use that self-destruct, but he's not going to make it back into the mech. No way. Did get the kill on the Kukabao somehow. Norway getting back there. I don't know, they're streaming in kind of one by one, so it's going to be hard to win a fight here.
Well, they're just trying to delay the point as much as possible. Maximize their percent. They're doing a good job, particularly with the Winston bubble. And that's going to force out the Dragon Blade, but that's a big denial.
Yeah, Onigod gets the kill onto Rank right as he pulls out the ultimate. ML7 goes down, and it looks like Norway, somehow, some way, are actually going to hold this one. And this is it for Romania. They need to get back. They need to flip this point, or their tournament is over.
Rank was trying to be so patient with the Dragon Blade.
Yeah.
He really wanted to hold on to it to make sure they could have a big comeback and chain the ultimates together. But unfortunately, by holding on to it, they never really got enough people off the point to delay it. And now we're in overtime.
True enough. Norway trying to lock this match up right here, right now, and it looks like they're going to do just that. Team Norway takes Ilios and locks in their spot for second place in Group A.
That's all they needed, a tie at minimum to make sure that they were going to advance. That does mean the road, unfortunately, is over for both Hong Kong and Romania here in Group A.
Yeah, a couple more maps to play in this series as we look at Rank with one of his pretty good Dragon Blades. But as far as Romania's chances of advancing to those best of fives later today, not going to happen.
No, definitely not going to have Lucio at Hollywood.
That's right.
Or all over Numbani.
There's a Doomfist banner in Numbani too, you know? And it's like, what doesn't the thing was like, is he a good guy or bad guy kind of? It's like, well, I think he's pretty definitively a bad guy at this point.
Isn't he like the third Doomfist though? So maybe the other. Yeah, I think he is.
Oh, I don't know.
So I think maybe some of the other ones were better Doomfists.
Maybe. I mean, that little kid in the cinematic was technically Doomfist for a couple seconds, right? I think that's how it works. Romania on the attack here, Norway on the defense. On Volskaya Industries' first time that we've seen this map in the tournament here. Rank, of course, back on the Genji. Pretty standard stuff from both teams, although IPN pulling out the Sombra this time. See how well it works out.
Yeah, I can see some Sombra play
so close
here, considering how open that point is.
Oh, yeah.
Mega health pack there right on the side. So
yeah, we see a lot of Sombra on Volskaya defense.
Definitely do. And it looks like, oh!
Ouch. Ouch, wish you could turn back time on that one, huh? And Envision going down, Romania with a numbers advantage as they come into the point. Norway has to defend. There's the EMP. They're going to get much out of it. Drop does get the boop on the Meza somehow. Would have liked to see that one happen. Meanwhile, Onigod dropping down from high to take out Kukabao. Kukabao very low. It's going to get chased away, and it looks like that will be a solid defense from Norway.
Just got run over by a Diva.
Yeah, these things happen.
It's actually, Diva's best attack, sadly. Her mech is pretty terrible, Doa.
You know, Tracer, like, wants to race people. She's like, Lucio, want to race? And then Diva's like, boom. Runs them both over.
I really question how Diva was actually useful in the Omnic Wars, because her mech really doesn't do any damage. She has like the weakest, closest range machine guns.
Well, I would imagine.
And then her big damage is basically just destroying her mech, most likely costing Korea, several hundreds of millions of dollars, and then they just have to drop another one for her.
Maybe the economy is really good in Korea in the future. I don't know. Pretty good right now. Could get better, who knows? Kukabao with the kill on the Aiko there is the defense on the high ground, trying to push back Romania. But it looks like Romania just going to reset, deciding that they want to get things going all over again. But see, my biggest question with Diva's mech is having her arms on the outside of it seems like a bit of a design flaw.
Especially if you're going really fast, when your arms get cold.
Yeah, they'd get cold, and I mean, if anything hits the side of your mech, or since you're always running your mech into things, seems like it's kind of dangerous to have your arms outside in the front. I don't know, it's just me.
It does seem like a design flaw, but I think it's the least concern when your best ability, your most offensive ability with your mech is exploding yourself.
She's really just a missile defense system when it comes down to it. Romania with the Transcendence on the point, IPN jumping in with another EMP. They've got that sound barrier. Actually, Romania managed to drop it right after the EMP came in. Sema on the run, and looks like Norway's going to pretty easily hold this one again. Couple kills coming in for Romania in the end, though. If they could possibly brawl their way out of this, that would be an impressive push.
Still working on it.
Oh, goodbye, IPN.
Is looking for that pulse bomb, and it's going to make the hit, so...
Yeah. All right, couple kills for Romania. Looks like they may actually be able to take point A here. At Decod on the run, he's going to go down, and that is going to be, finally, a point A take for Romania. Only about a minute left, but they did get it.
Yeah, this is definitely, we thought that maybe the teams would be taking this so seriously, but definitely playing for pride here, and Romania, in those waning seconds, is going to capture the point. 4 minutes added to their clock now, so at least they'll have a chance to attack. No big ultimates. ML7 currently on the Junkrat.
Okay, so perhaps this match not quite as serious than the others, but I like Junkrat. All right, we got Junkrat at the World Cup, guys. ML7, let's see what he can do with this. Junkrat versus Tracer can be a tough matchup. Good luck, buddy.
Unless the Tracer steps on the on the trap.
You gotta wait for it to get close, and then you do that. Nice. Into the little room. That's where you want to throw those grenades. Junkrat was one of my favorite characters early on. I still love playing him, but his utility in competitive matches is...
Oh, here we go.
Oh, welcome to the EMP room. Romania still with a couple kills coming out of this. Not a lot of follow-up from that EMP for Team Norway. Envision having to back up a little bit. Self-destruct coming in for MK. Gonna jump back in the mech again really quick. And rank very low. No, you can't climb that wall. Well, you can. It's just, you're not gonna get very far. Sema goes down, and Norway looks like they're gonna hold for now.
Yeah, looks like they will, so ML7 actually not going to stick on that Junkrat for too long. And
oh, dear.
Poor MK getting herded around.
Oh, my. Oh, problems. Absorbing the Bunny Blaster.
Wow, this is a really long delay.
Man, that was one of the most brutal D.Va delays I've seen pretty much ever. Oh.
My ultimate is charging.
Wah, wah.
Well, Norway now sitting with a pretty massive ult advantage, approaching all 6.
Yep.
Romania definitely on the back foot. They are going to have their work cut out for them, probably unless they get some crucial pickoffs to start a fight. Not going to be seeing any kind of real attempt here onto the point for the next couple of minutes.
Well, Norway's got some pretty good ultimates to use here, too, once Romania goes for it. There's another EMP coming in for IPM. ML7 going down instantly, and Onigod with the free-firing tac visor. No, I didn't want to go platform. Bye. It's like, nice jump back. Platform was like, all right, you've done enough. Time to go.
Time to go back up to the high ground now.
Yep.
Really, only a couple ults used right there, but no defense as they rush in against the EMP from the tac visor. Makes your life quite difficult. That is, it's going to be a pretty solid defense from Norway and a pretty long wait for us.
Oh, yeah. I like how Soldier keeps saying, we're all soldiers now, and I'm like, no, man, no hero limit died a long time ago. That's not true anymore, Soldier. Rank No Moja trying to cut people up. He's got a barrier to deal with. It's not going to be enough to save Onigod, though, but only 1 kill with that Dragon Blade. Norway losing a couple people here. Romania with a good chance to get some solid control percent building up. A control meter charging a bit, and Vision does get the kill on the Meza in the end, and Decod waiting for it. Doesn't have the Primal Rage right now. He just used it, and Romania having to use that Transcendence to stay in this fight.
They're getting the focus kills down, though, as Rank Namoja gets Decod, but the EMP once again, but they don't have anybody really on the right now. They've got to get some of these kills if Norway's going to hold.
Oh, it's Sema with the kill onto Envision in the end. Romania still on the point for the moment. They've nearly got that first tick. Looks like they're gonna get it. Okay, first tick accomplished at least. But the respawn's coming so fast and furious from Norway that even Vin Diesel would be impressed by the respawns.
Is that right? Is that what
they're so fast, so furious. Romania with another few kills. Rank No Moja, his second Dragon Blade of the fight now. Norway getting cleaned up. Romania with some serious time to get some control meter built up. And they may just take it right here. No. Norway getting back just in time. Traub delaying for just a second. We're so close right now. 95.6% as Norway brings their reinforcements back onto the point. Decod going down almost instantly. And with that sound barrier, Romania, you'd think they'd be able to clean this up. Did I say sound barrier? EMP takes care of that. IPN gets low in the end. Romania still coming out on top in this fight. and it seems almost inevitable, doesn't it?
It does, especially with the tiny sliver left on that control meter, but maybe Decod can bring it back here with the Primal Rage.
Possible. It's possible. Actually, they are holding it for quite a long time. Romania going to be into overtime, it looks like, at the very least.
Wow, Decod really got that Primal Rage in the crucial moment to allow the response to come through, and that looks like it's going to be it.
All right. Now Romania is still getting the kills, though. Can they finish this? They're into overtime. And they are getting it. There we go. So Romania does get 2 points in the end, but not a lot of time in the time bank. In fact, no time in the time bank to use.
No